Hello and welcome to QuestLore, a family Lorcana podcast where each and every week we come to you and talk to you about all things Lorcana. I'm Matt.
I'm Malcolm. I'm Emmett.
And I'm Jen.
And this week we've got a ton of new cards that have released. We're going to go through them until we're bored.
Or until we find, or until I just say, no, I had enough Tinkerbell stuff, boom, go.
Or
no,
not
there's no Tinkerbell stuff. I don't think.
It's the next step.
No
we
new
said,
Tinkerbell
probably.
stuff.
Oh yeah,
No, but
go!
I have a meeting at some point, so
Yeah.
we'll have to leave when we're done with that.
Yeah, so let's get going. So first up, start off how we always start off, which is about what our play was like this week. Mom was out in Minneapolis.
Yes, Minneapolis
That's
for
right,
work, so
So she had some work stuff. So
watching
she
from
couldn't
the,
make.
unfortunately not at the game, but watching from the airport lounge, the Lions trounce on the Vikings.
I
So
don't know if you call it trouncing.
no, not
When it's
barely
31-29
winning.
at the end,
with
that is
like,
not a trounce.
Yeah,
That is
no,
a
that's
gentle
not.
pawing.
but still, they won.
Yes,
That's all
it is
that
like
matters.
so.
Can I go first?
So, just a second. So, on Sunday, we played at our regular, me and boys played at our regular league spot. We did something a little bit different than normal. We played a Lorcana.
Capital Mutton Ball! So this is what, shop. But hey, you know what? A lot of people just can't afford Lorcana packs, like those great big cards like Mufasa. That's Capital Mutton Fudge. Not what he said.
No. What he said was that he'd like to be able to have a second night of Lorcana, but he doesn't want to like take away from our regular league, so he'd love to see if something else would work, like a different format, because that's what a lot of stores do for Magic the Gathering, is they have multiple different like formats.
Yep.
And so he wanted to see if something like that could work and everyone would have fun with it with Lorcana.
And
So that way he could do Lorcana for more than one day of the week and have people come play for multiple times a week. And so that's when he said, well, why don't we try a Porcana League, and we'll try it this week.
So this is how it goes. He's going to use commons and uncommons, and nothing above or lower. So no enchanted.
No, lower. What's lower?
Actually, you're allowed to use enchanted. As long as it's an enchanted of a card that's not.
That's a common or an uncommon. Yes.
Exactly.
So anything
As long as
common or
it's one of those, you're okay.
yeah, anything common or uncommon, but you still have to stick to the two color format. All the other rules are the same. Just you can only use common and uncommon cards. So, why don't we start by just telling everybody what kind of Porcana decks you made. So
Capital Mutton
Malcolm
Fudge!
is too excited to stop. So Malcolm, explain your taffeta mutton fudge that you're so excited about.
Locations.
Location.
Great explanation.
We got 25 locations in my deck. All one cost to move.
What,
and then
what
we play-
color?
Ruby, amber.
Ruby.
We
Amber.
play Taffeta Mutton Fudge. Move to a location, gain 2 lore. Move to a location, gain 2 lore. Move to a location, gain 2 lore. Did you wear any matches with that? Games with that? So let's go on to Dad.
Yeah.
But did you have fun, Malcolm?
Taffeta Mutton Fudge.
And
And now he's obsessed with Wreck-It Ralph. No.
he's just obsessed with taffeta mutton
Yeah,
fudge.
he hasn't watched Wreck-It Ralph at all since he made the deck.
Oh,
It's not
speaking of Wreck-It Ralph, look what Dad got for his birthday.
So he's reaching up to grab the latest Villainous set, which had this Sugar and Spice.
Yes. Villainous sugar and spice.
Sugar and Spite.
Spite.
Sugar
Spite.
and Spite. And it does feature King Candy as one of the villains.
So what we are wondering is that if Taffeta Mutton Fudge is going to be one of the heroes that goes on top,
hero.
or if she's going to be an ally.
It's going to be an ally. All the racers are going to be allies.
Yeah.
We'll see when we open it up.
We'll see. We haven't opened it yet, but so when we do and we play it, we will let you all know.
Vanellope doesn't count.
Anyway.
Anyway.
So I was playing Amethyst Steel. Figured with card draw and some removal, I'd be able to kind of get up there quickly. I did end up going 2-1. But Emmett, what'd you pick out for your?
So I went
So what's your
red green evasive. I
Red,
so
green,
I was
evasive,
going
okay.
to the app looking for an unusual like I always do. So I was like, it's gonna take like 100 years to find me a deck. But then I found something that just blew my mind.
Commons and uncommons, you mean?
Bill, making a red-green deck.
Red, green,
So
evasive.
there was going to be 2 people playing red-green evasive, but I was the only one in the store playing red-green evasive. But there was still more evasive players.
So how did you do?
I got first place.
Yes, Emmett took top once again at the league.
That's
for
amazing,
Lorcana.
Emmett.
So it was a fun day, a fun little experiment. Not something I'd want to do all the time, but every once in a while, maybe.
Maybe like once per month, though.
Yeah, it's a little tricky because there's so little opportunity to practice the regular decks.
Yes.
Right. However, we are entering kind of a lull for the more casual player coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Even for like the semi-competitive players, it's kind of a bit of a lull coming up. The last Disney Lorcana Challenge is this weekend in Seattle. After that, you've got the European Continentals in December, and then the North American Continentals in January, followed by Worlds in February. But unless you are a really good player, you're not making those, right? That's only going to be like a couple hundred people.
So no more DLCs in the picture until after all those are done.
Most likely, yeah. So there's not going to be a ton of big competitions. I think the closest one around us is having like a lot of tournaments is in Columbus, and that's like on the weekend before your guys' show. It's also like the weekend that Set 6 comes out, so it's going to be really hard to like put together new decks in order to play them there. So it's going to be a bit of a lull for that. So if there's new formats that people are trying out, then you can try them out. We'll have Set 6 coming out. There'll be some of the limited formats. I know our one store hasn't said what, our normal store hasn't said what they're doing for anything yet. But the other store I go to on Wednesday, which I went last night, they're doing a pack rush on release week.
Nice.
Which is fine.
Are they like doing like a whole bunch of pack rushes or a pack rush tournament?
You pay $30 to get 6 packs and then have like 3 2-pack battles, and then whoever wins gets an extra pack for each of those. It's all right. It's like that's gonna be over like incredibly quickly.
Yeah, I don't think they realize how fast it's gonna be.
Yeah,
over.
I think like the guy that runs it played it once. And was like, oh, this is really fun, but it's not, right? Because it's like who wins is more based on luck than a lot of strategy. Like there's some players that can do some strategic stuff versus a non-skilled player, sure, but in the end, it's who got the cards that can quest for more and can be dealt with, right?
And who didn't get the 9-drop uninkable.
Right, exactly. Who didn't get the top card? Like whoever got the better pack of cards is probably the one that loses.
Or whoever did not get Mirabelle.
Sure. So that's fine.
What about Mirabelle?
I know there's one draft on Friday night at least. Maybe we'll find some stuff on Saturday that you guys will be able to go to after your rehearsal, all that stuff. We'll see what's going on. But we are moving. But before we get to Set 6, we are still in Shimmering Skies.
Shimmering Skies. 2 months ago.
What?
Nice try. Shimmering Skies, this is the last weekend for the set championships for you to go out.
What about Mirabelle?
That's the card that you're trying to play, trying to get to, is the Mirabelle card, the Mirabelle mat. So this is your last weekend to get it if you're listening right away. So make sure you head out to your local game store and try to grab that Mirabelle. But we're pretty much done with set champs. We won't be playing it anymore. All we care about now is
the Azurite Sea. We sell next month.
Yep. The Azurite Sea coming out in 3-ish weeks, I think. So we are almost done with spoiler season as the cards keep coming out. I think at the time I'm recording this, there's about 60-some cards still left to reveal.
And there's 200. Okay, wait, let me.
Nope. Just keep talking.
It's 204 cards in each set, and then you'll also have the 18 enchanted reveals as well. They haven't revealed any enchanted. They haven't revealed what the set championship will be like as of Thursday afternoon. I wouldn't be surprised maybe we hear about it at the end of the DLC this weekend. That would be a cool reveal for the end of the DLC, as they like to reveal the cards then. So this is the last one. It's in Seattle. It's Ravensburger's North American headquarters. There's going to be a lot of Ravensburger people there. So if you're there, have fun, enjoy. Good luck to you, and may the best inker win.
Best inker win?
I guess it's best Illumineer.
Illumineer win. Yeah.
But right now, we're going to go over a bunch of the cards that have been released. We're focusing on rares and above, and then some cards that I know the kids will love.
So, again, I will be rating them from 1 to 10 again.
Like, you literally only did that for like 2 of the cards last week.
Yeah, please do not rank Emmett. Let's not.
Let's just go through the cards. We're going to hit what we can. We're not going to hit them all. If you are interested in finding all the cards, I recommend either looking at the Citizens of Lorcana Twitter feed or Mushu Report for those cards. There still has not been a Mushu in this Lorcana set. They're quite salty about it. But let's look at our first card. We've got Jafar, Power Hungry Vizier. It's Steel 5 ink, 5 cost uninkable. Strength 3, Willpower 4, Quests for 1. It's super rare. He's holding a piece of the Hexwell crown. In the picture, this is the piece, not the piece that's missing. This is the piece that was in the Great Hall. Because you can kind of see the cage in the back that it was being held in. So he's got now the piece that's there. His special ability, though, is you will be paid when the time comes during your turn. Whenever a card is put into your inkwell, deal 1 damage to chosen character.
Oh, come on! And they have to make this in steel?
I don't see it getting
10 out of 10.
I don't see it getting a lot of play.
No, it's being uninkable, being kind of slow. I mean, maybe there is a place in a ramp type deck, but only questing for 1.
Yeah.
Dies to Medusa. Not
that was my big thing with it being 5 cost uninkable and dies to Medusa. And with an ice block, it also dies to
Sisu and
what's it called? The other card.
Anything can die to Under the Sea and Under the Sea decks.
Yeah, so it's fine.
It's fine. It's pretty good at limit though, so if you see it though.
Sure, yeah.
Because then you're just dealing a little damage every single turn.
Yep. Right? And it will be hard to get rid of in that because we don't have those cards.
There's not a whole lot of removal this second time. So let's look at our next one. All right, so you mentioned Taffy the Mud Fudge.
6?
We've got Sugar Rush Speedway Finish Line, a super rare location. It's an amber card. It's got a cost of 2. It's uninkable. Costs 6 to move, 7 willpower. The special ability is Bring It Home, little one. When you move a character here from another location, you may banish this location to gain 3 lore and draw 3 cards.
So it's like a giant coupon.
Yes.
It's a pay 6, get 3 lore. Yeah, but you get 3 free lore, 3 lore, and draw 3 cards for paying 6.
You're only thinking of You're only thinking of having to actually pay the 6 to move.
Yeah, what if you use one of those? What if you have one of the characters that moves to a location for free?
Right, like play with Jim Hawkins.
Yeah.
Or play it with the Speed Rush starting line.
Yeah.
Which lets you move a character.
That's probably what they made it
That's
for.
what it's
Yes.
This would work. This might bring Tapped on Mutton Fudge decks. So you can bring it there.
Yeah,
so you can bring it there from the Speedway, and instead of getting 3 lore, you gain 5.
The hardest part is that it costs so much to play.
No, it costs 2 to play.
Oh, I thought that was a 7.
No, it's 2.
It has 7 defense.
Yeah, it's got 7 willpower, 6 to move it there regularly. So
I'll play it.
3 cards, you're gaining 3 lore. It's not
bad.
terrible. If this gained lore during a set phase, this would be a great card.
Yeah.
I think that's what's keeping it from being amazing.
Or it was inkable.
Or if it was inkable, sure, because you've got to be playing probably the starting line, and Jim Hawkins to really make this work.
Yes.
Jim Hawkins, play this for free. I think you can play this for free. Yeah, you'll be able to play. You can play this for free, and then
it's 2 cost location or less.
Immediately banish it. Get 3 lore.
Yeah, because you move him there for free,
cards.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
On the turn you play it. Yep.
Yeah.
So you can immediately play this with Jim Hawkins for 3 lore and 3 cards. So there's some possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
There's also other cards in the set that let you move to locations for cheaper too. So there's just some synergy that can be used with this location.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see it.
For sure, it's worth a
People
try.
are gonna try it for sure.
Up next. Don't know.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Don't know what that was. Okay, up next we've got Mr. Big Shrewd Tycoon. It's a steel 4 cost uninkable, strength 1, willpower 1, quests for 3. Special ability Reputation. This character can't be challenged by characters with 2 strength or or more. So you can't challenge them with, like, Maui can't kill him, right? Rabbits can't kill him.
Wow.
You got to use a little baby guy in order to kill him, or direct removal, right? Like Tinkerbell coming on play kills him. But you can't challenge him regularly. Fox can't kill him.
Like you'd have to sing a song.
Yeah, you have to sing a song, use brawl. It's like Medusa, like he dies to all those things. But coming out on 4, you're not playing against a Ruby deck, right? He's going to quest for 3.
If not more, unless they have other types of removal.
He might quest for more than 3 unless they've got other direct forms of removal.
Wow.
So he could be decent, kind of in an aggro steel deck.
Yeah. Interesting.
Steel.
Up next.
More called steel.
Yes, the piglet.
And Whole New World.
Malcolm, are you thinking of switching back?
Mr. Big's a good character in Zootopia.
He is.
He is.
Alright, let's continue.
Up next, we've got Goofy flying.
That's
Fool.
just Pippo.
Yeah, that's
in different
his
language.
name in Italian, I believe. It's Pippo.
Pippo.
It's a 6-cost uninkable Ruby card, 5 strength, 5 willpower, as rush and evasive. So coming down on turn 6, as rush and evasive, it's okay.
Yeah, I would still play Genie over him.
Well, that's if you're playing Emerald, right? If you're playing Ruby, you wouldn't have that, right? So, it's a little expensive and uninkable, iffy. Probably good in limited though, because he's gonna be hard to get rid of, and we'll take out something.
Yes, like because it's kind of like an evasive Maui.
A little bit, but Maui's inkable, right?
Exactly.
Probably comes out.
But Maui's not evasive.
Right.
But Maui's Maui.
And again, in limited, if you're doing any of the limited stuff, then this would be fine.
All right, up next, Lose the Way. It's a Amethyst action, a 2-cost inkable featuring the little broom dog from Alice in Wonderland.
You mean Pluto?
Not Pluto. That's the little broom dog that like sweeps away Alice's tracks or whatever.
This is who I played in the play, obviously.
You exert chosen character, then you may choose and discard a card. If you do, the exerted character can't ready at the start of the next turn. So basically, kind of what Elsa does, but it costs 2 and you discard a card.
And
you
it's a dog.
Keep them that way.
Yeah.
So a way to stop someone from questing or from singing pretty early in the game to set that way for Elsa.
Sure.
Up next, it's Madame Mim.
Ooh.
Truly marvelous. A 3-cost uninkable Amethyst card. Strength of 2, willpower 3, quest for 1. Special ability, O Back Gizzards. For 2 ink, you choose and discard a card. Game over. So
Interesting.
basically, make all of your cards keep on to the board.
But you still have to pay 2 ink.
Yes. But you can do that the turn she's played.
You can do that as much as you want at the turn too.
Yes.
And you don't even have to quest. You can just leave her up and not quest with her and just have that ability. So if you were running like a purple blue and you were like running a ramp purple blue,
Sure.
I could see this potentially working because you have all that extra ink.
Or even, I mean, if you're not ramping, like you can play a deck of the world.
Hidden Mickey!
Hidden Mickey on the card.
Yeah, it's on her chair. No, it's on her chair.
On her chair.
We'll get a better look at it when the card actually comes out.
There, I see it.
But yeah, this could work well in an aggro deck, or Whole New World where you just fill in your hand with cards and then just start discarding them to get more lore, right? So, let's take a look at our next one. It's Ambush, an action in Steel. It's a 3-cost uninkable. You tap one of you play it, and then you can exert one of your characters to deal damage equal to their strength to chosen character.
Oh, but without taking damage.
Without taking damage. So it's kind of like making
That's
a challenge.
nice.
I
I wish you could use this. I wish it was inkable. I mean.
Sure.
Like.
Yeah, that'd be nice, but probably would cost more.
Yeah.
This is like one of the few like damaging removal type cards that we've seen.
This would be great in a draft.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Like.
You see this in a draft, you want.
Like grab it.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
But it will be rare to find because it's a rare.
Yes, that is true.
Card, yes.
Up next, we've got a
Yes.
Oh my god, I love it.
Yes.
It's Hercules Baby Demigod. It's a 6-cost uninkable, strength of 6, willpower 3, quests for 2, has ward,
Ooh.
and has the ability strong like his dad. Pay 3 ink, deal 1 damage to chosen damage character.
Worthless.
What?
Worthless.
Worthless? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't think it's a great card. If you challenge anybody with him, probably gonna die.
Probably, you're right.
Right? It's got the ward thing, so you can quest for 2 with him, probably for
He'd
sure.
be good to get rid of locations.
But he's just a little baby.
The artwork's so cool.
And the ability, like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's a chosen damage character. There's so few times where we leave damage on characters because we're afraid of things like Rapunzel or
Sure.
stuff like that just remove damage, or Belle that will remove the damage. So a lot of times when you're going into a character, you're going in to remove it. So ability is terrific. I bet the artwork is great.
But it's just a
so
little
good.
baby.
Yeah, Baby Hercules holding Panic. It's a really cool looking card. I wish it was a little bit better, right?
Yeah. But it's so pricey.
Yeah.
And uninkable.
Yep. Probably will make a great enchant.
Yes.
Up next, another enchanted, I believe. Yes.
Oh.
It is Hades Strongarm, a ruby enchanted card. It's a 5-cost uninkable, strength for 4, willpower 3, quests for 1, special ability. What are you gonna do? You exert him, pay 3 ink, you banish one of your characters, and banish chosen character. So it's very much Glimmer versus Glimmer.
Yeah.
I think.
But as a character.
But on a character. A little slow, right?
Yeah.
You gotta wait a whole turn before you can do it, so it's not till turn 6 that you're doing it. And then he's got to survive that turn, and then you're tapping him and paying 3 ink. So it's going to cost you 8 ink to get rid of one of your characters, to get rid of one of their characters. So it's not great. It's not.
Glimmer. I think if you really want to do this, you would use Glimmer versus Glimmer.
Yeah.
I think this set might introduce some more pain and panics. I mean, the pattern goes, the first 2 sets, every even number set has a pain and panic. Panic. Set 2 was the first pain and panic set. Set 4 was the next pain and panic set. Carry set 6 is gonna be the next. Anyone?
I don't know, I haven't seen it.
I think that's just a piece.
Let's continue.
Let's keep moving. Up next, it's Captain Amelia.
Ooh.
It's a steel inkable 4-cost card. She's a super rare. It's Commander of the Legacy. She's got strength of 1, willpower 4, quests for 2 abilities. First is Dribbling Gallants. This character can't be challenged by pirate characters.
That is actually really good.
So if you've got if a pirate deck becomes a thing, you want to throw this in your deck. And next is Everything Shipshape. While being challenged, your other characters gain resist +1. So kind of gives your characters the same ability that what's his name, the clock guy Codsworth gives, except just only for challenging. So it doesn't give the resist against songs like so okay.
And it says while being challenged, which means it's only when it's not your turn.
Correct. Yes. So she's okay.
All right.
If pirates become a thing, that
Yes.
could be something that you want, right?
Yep.
All right.
Or if you're worried about, because most the only really pirates that people play are just questers, not really, like Smee and Piglet, just are there for questing. They're not there for attacking.
Yeah, but this set has a lot of pirates.
That's true.
So that's going to change.
I agree.
All right. Up next, we've got Genie, Wonderful Trickster. It's the Amethyst Legendary card. It's a 7-cost inkable, strength of 4, willpower 7, quests for 2, shifts for 5. 2 abilities. Your reward awaits. Whenever you play a card, draw a card.
Oh.
So everything you play, you will draw. But then it's Forbidden Treasure. At the end of your turn, put all the cards in your hand on the bottom of your deck in any order.
This would be a perfect card except for that second thing.
Well, sure, buddy. People are divisive about this one because is this good? Is this bad? What what is this?
I'm literally speechless. I have no.
Yeah,
what?
It's weird. Not
What?
sure.
Why?
Like,
Why?
I don't know. Like it. So
Is there another card coming where if you don't have any cards in your hand, like?
No. I mean, there is like the only thought I thought is maybe Clarabelle.
Yeah.
That lets you draw if you have fewer cards than your opponent.
Right.
Though I think the way it looks like it's worded is you have to have fewer cards than your opponent before you put all your cards under the bottom of the deck. So as long as you have fewer cards than your opponent, you put all your cards at the bottom of the deck to do Genie's ability, and then you call Clarabelle's ability to draw however many cards that Clarabelle would give you.
Wait, since it's technically
But this says at the end of your. So yeah, what happens if they're both at the end of your turn? How does that work?
So it goes to the. So right, this is where it gets really complicated with rules. So both things would go into the bag, and then the active player chooses which things come out of the bag first.
Okay.
So if you have fewer cards than your opponent, and you have both Genie and Clarabelle on the board, you put both actions in the bag. Do Genie's actions first and put all of your cards at the bottom of the deck, and then choose Clarabelle's action ability and draw cards, and then that would be at the end of the turn.
Okay, so it is. So you do get to choose.
Yes.
Okay.
So this could be a way to kind of shuffle through your cards quickly, since you're just putting them at the bottom of your deck. It's not like you're discarding them.
Yeah.
So you're not like milling yourself to 0 cards.
But you also can't bring this out until turn 5 at the earliest, unless you're doing a ramp deck.
Yep. So it could be good for I don't know, because if there's like a Genie, you could play kind of playing some kind of aggressive ramp to kind of just empty out your cards. Like this is your only big card, really, and you're just trying to get rid of all your other cards. It's inkable, you can do that. And then you have a Genie on play, you shift them on 5, you keep emptying your cards, and then on your next turn, you're just playing characters, and then you're drawing cards, playing the character, drawing the card, playing the character, drawing the card, to just flood the board and keep flooding it. So it's an interesting card, for sure. Don't know if it's actually playable, but it's interesting. Definitely interesting.
Yeah.
Up next,
John Silver.
It's a silver legendary. John Silver gets his second legendary, steel legendary. John Silver, Stern Captain, an 8-cost inkable, strength of 6, willpower 6. He's a bloodborne, a villain, an alien, a pirate, a captain. He shifts for 5, quests for 2, has resist 2, and then special abilities don't just sit there. At the start of your turn, deal 1 damage to each opposing ready character. So if your opponent didn't choose the quest or just played character at the start of next turn, they're getting a damage. So it's just an ongoing Tinkerbell, unless they play quests or challenges.
So it's kind of like a mixture of Tinkerbell and Cinderella.
Yeah.
That. And it's shiftable. Well,
shiftable
what is the other?
For 5. That's a pretty good cost.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's kind of like I said, it's a mix with Cinderella.
And there's like 3 or 4 John Silvers
that
you could shift it on top of. There's a new one in this set. There's the pirate one from earlier. There's the legendary Emerald one from set 1. Mm-hmm. So this has.
And if you did it with Emerald, then you could use the morph too.
Yeah, you can use morph with Emerald. So this seems decent.
Yeah.
It seems like it's going to be at least willing to give it a chance.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully there's at least one other new, like, common John Silver, so that if you saw this,
there are some.
So if you saw this in a draft, you could potentially use it.
I mean, if you see this in your,
you're going to grab it anyway.
Grab this anyway. So this is going to be one of the chaser ones.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that way you could potentially still play it in your draft, because if there are a couple of commons.
It's going to be the big legendary that
I think so too. Out of all the ones I've seen so far, this is the one that's going to see play.
Out of the ones that you've seen so far, yes. Out of all of them, no.
Well, Oswald. Other than
Oswald. Oswald's probably the one that people are going to. Oswald is the one people are going to race to first.
Kind of like how they did with.
I don't know if we're going to get to it today, because there are a lot of new cards, and it's near the end because it just got released today.
Well, we'll skip ahead. We still got 20 minutes.
Let's see where we get to. There's 30 cards in this. All right. So let's see what we got next. It's Tiana. This one is a good one too. Oh. It's a legendary amber card. Tiana, restaurant owner. It's a 3-cost uninkable, strength of 1, willpower 4, quests for 2, special ability is special reservation. Whenever a character of yours is challenged, while this character is exerting, The challenging character gets -3 strength this turn, unless their player pays 3 ink.
Oh, wow.
So any of your characters, not just her, any of your characters. So Maui suddenly is a 2/5 unless the person's going to pay 3 extra ink to have him challenged.
And ink resets at the end of your turn, right?
Right. Well, it resets at the beginning of your next
So
turn.
so in other words, so again, so whenever a character of yours is challenged, while this character is exerted, then now so the challenging character gets -3 unless they pay an extra 3 ink to keep them at their strength.
Okay, I get that. I forgot that I forgot about on your turn. Like I thought on your turn. It's
Oh,
you
yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so it's kind of very similar to the steel Tiana, the 4-cost one, right? That when she's exerted, you can't play action. It's a very similar ability. Basically, you can almost barely challenge at all unless you're going to pay additional ink. So if you're playing her early, they're not going to have that ink to challenge, right? And odds are they're not going to have. So as soon as she can have that ability, right, it's turn 4. That's when she can be exerted.
Yeah.
So
unless you get a lantern.
You're not going to have, sure, unless you land. So the other person's not going to have the ink, most likely, for the character to really take her out if they don't pay for the ink, right? So
interesting. Which will they have the ink?
Right. And even if they do have the ink and they choose to take her out, they've basically used up their ink just to get rid of one of your characters, and now you get another turn to do something with more ink next turn.
Because it's this whole turn.
Right.
Which means it's until, so yeah, that's right. Because it says when it's this turn, that means it's both yours and the other person's, right?
Well, it's whenever their character is challenging, so it's just their turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I got confused on too.
So it just affects when they're challenging you.
Question.
Okay.
What if you get 2 of these out?
Then
is it -6?
Probably. I think it would stack. Yes.
-6, so else you have to pay 6 ink.
Yeah.
Or 3 ink to get minus.
Yeah, if you have both of these on there, both. Yeah, it would stack.
So I guess I'm still kind of confused though. So okay, so then does that mean so whenever a character of yours is challenged,
right,
then the person, so let's say they play Maui,
right,
and they come in and they challenge your character,
correct.
So now Maui has -3.
Yes.
And he can't challenge again this turn anyway, so I'm confused about what the purpose is unless it carries over to your turn.
Oh, because there are cards that can ready a character and then they challenge again.
But it's not so rare.
I know, but
it exists.
It's just saying just in case.
I guess
I played someone playing Shield of Virtue, which readies your character so they can challenge again yesterday.
Oh, all right. I guess I haven't seen that enough to make me feel like I would want to put this in my deck.
It's my tap from
I saw someone like the LeFou card that's 2 costs, readies a character, and they can challenge again. So they do exist. Scar, right? He banishes a character, he can challenge again.
Yeah, I know they exist. I don't think I've ever played one.
No, it's not been very popular, but it could always end up being popular.
So I still think the other card is better than this then.
Well, the other card your hand has to be in.
No, the last one.
Oh, the last one. I'm sorry. I thought you meant the other. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think both of these are pretty good. I think they're both at least get a nice try to make sure to see if they'll work. They're definitely not something to just be ignored or not think about.
Sure.
Unlike the Hercules baby.
Sure.
No! 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 No!
So it's another Hiram. It's in. I couldn't find the English version of it. This is in German. It's a 2-cost uninkable sapphire card. It's another Hiram. He's at 0 strength, 2 willpower, but he quests for 3. So it's kind of a new stat line. Normally these have been 1/1s that questing for 3. This is 0/2 that quests for 3. Malcolm is freaking out.
I have to play human.
What? You don't play blue.
He wants to play blue because Oswald's going to be in blue, so he wants to be able to do that.
What's wrong with him?
Human.
Well, he quests for 3.
He's not mean.
He eats too many popsicles.
He works out. Look, he's thin.
But he eats too many popsicles.
But he makes toys.
He eats too many popsicles.
Well, you should really be mad at Tamatoa because he enables them. Because you play Tamatoa and he brings back the popsicle just so that you can shove it down Hiram's throat.
It's true.
And Tipo too. And Tipo.
Sure.
Sure.
But it's another kind of one of those makes a Sapphire aggro strategy
Yeah.
doable, and with the 2 strength, right, he doesn't suddenly die to just Tinkerbell being out there, right? Or one of the other 1-drops, like being able to just kill him.
Yeah.
Up next, it's Tadashi Hamada.
What
Baymax
the heck is
Inventor.
this fight?
What do
This
you
guy
mean?
from?
That's Hero's brother.
Baymax Inventor. Where do you think he's from, man?
Baymax Inventor. That's Hero's brother.
He's a Sapphire card, a 6-cost inkable, 3 strength, 3 willpower, quest for 3, special ability, let's get back to work. This character gets +1 strength and +1 willpower for each item.
Each item?
Yeah.
Wow, this is getting play.
It could. He could be quite the powerhouse.
Yeah.
He's out there questing for 3. I mean, that's a decent target for dime.
Yeah.
20. Just gets to like a 20.
Because I mean, you would just say because if you have a dime, a dime and a couple ice blocks out, or a dime and ice blocks and a popsicle that you haven't used up, all of a sudden he's a 6/6.
Yeah.
Hubby 2.0.
Yeah, definitely a way
6.
to get a nice
Ooh.
buff guy out there on
Yeah.
6. Then you got another Tadashi Hamada, Gifted Roboticist. 3-cost uninkable Sapphire cards, 2 strength, 2 willpower, quest for 2, special ability, someone has to help. During an opponent's turn, when this character is banished, you may put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down. Then put this card into your inkwell face down. So a double ramping card, because, spoilers for the movie Big Hero 6,
He dies.
He dies. And
He
because
dies?
the character that dies in the movie, that means he becomes ink in Lorcana.
He dies?
Yeah, dude, you need to watch a movie again.
Uh,
That's like the whole reason that Hero gets Baymax.
Yeah. So this is a nice little double ramp card. And
Yeah.
since he's questing for 2,
Yeah.
it feels like your opponent has to deal with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're getting 2
So it's
cards
like
in
free.
inkwell
It's like
for
free
2.
ink.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're gonna get to use those on turn 5 for sure, if
Yeah.
not sooner, because quest for 2 on 4, the person's got to take care of them.
Yeah.
Right. And if he doesn't, you're still questing for another 2.
Exactly. So yeah, this is gonna see play. I think both of them will.
Good chance of it, yeah. Definitely worth a try. Up next, Yokai,
Ooh.
scientific supervillain. So this is a Sapphire rare card. He costs 9, is inkable, strength of 6, willpower 10, quests for 2, shifts for 6.
That's
Ooh.
still a lot.
Yeah, but
yeah,
not in the ramping deck.
So first is neurotransmitter. You may play items named microbots for free. So
I wonder what item we're gonna get.
So there is a microbots item. I didn't include him in the cards to go over because I forgot about this card. And that's like a common card. It's a 2-cost item that basically, I believe it lowers strength on the other side. You can have
Kinda
up
like
to
Ice
99
Blocker.
in your decks.
What?
Like puppies?
Yeah, so it's like puppies. You can have 99 microbots in your deck. You can play them for free. In the technical game, whenever this character quests, you draw a card for each opposing character with 0 strength. So the microbots microbots will lower strength of opposing characters. So you can just play a bunch of free microbots, lower all their strengths, quest with him, draw cards, and however many you lowered.
I do not like this.
Yeah, I could see someone putting together a deck that has like 20 microbots in it.
Sure, you have this guy, and you have
Well,
like
you
the
can only have
aerial.
4.
Yeah.
The aerials that do
No.
special items.
No, Dad just said it's like the puppies card where you can have 99 of them in your deck.
Of the microbots.
Yeah. So you go
Not
like,
of him. Of
but
the
like 20 microbots, have 4 of him, and then 4 of whatever he shifts onto.
You just play microbots for like 7 turns.
Exactly. But I mean, if it's a ramp and draw deck,
Sure,
like
yeah.
in
Yeah,
addition
Visions of
to
the
that,
Future, a bunch of microbots, him.
and if you pair this with that other card and you got 20 microbots out, he's got a strength of 23 and a defense of 23.
Sure.
See?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm going to try this.
I think I
There's a couple of shift targets for Yokai.
Yeah.
There's one we've gone over before. There was another one that released. I don't think it's a part of this, but there's a couple of shift targets for him. So it's definitely doable to shift.
Man, I just know this is what's going to happen. one of these two bozos are going to see a microbot in their first hand when they are doing a draft. And they're going to be like, I'm just taking all microbots. And they're just going to have an all microbot guy. That is what this one is going to, Emmett, it's going to happen. Tell me it's not going to happen.
I mean, a microbot's inkable. That's a big question.
Yes.
Yes. Item City.
That's it. Dude, my plan was at 6 tracks.
See?
Take all the microbots and then build some kind of crazy card house with the microbots as he plays them. And the other person is going to go, okay, fine, I quest. Because you're just playing microbots.
I mean,
yeah, look, haha. Quest? What are you doing? Microbots. Quest?
Yeah.
But tell me that's not going to
like,
happen.
aha, I have 6 microbots. Okay, I win. Because he didn't get yokai.
Because he didn't
Right?
get yokai, and he didn't get the other hero's brother.
Yeah. So that's yokai.
Can you skip ahead to see the micro so we can
No.
see
I
the
didn't
microbot?
see the There we go.
Should we skip?
that
Let's
was
just
tough.
skip this card. Skip this card. Is that what he just said, Matt?
Yeah, it sounded like it. So we got Mad Hatter, the eccentric host. It's an amethyst, 1-cost, inkable, strength of 1, willpower 1, quest for 1. Special ability. We'll have to look into this. Whenever this character quests, you look at the top card of the chosen player's deck. Put it on top of the deck or put it in
Chosen player's deck?
Right, so you can do yours or your opponent's.
Oh, shoot.
Right, so if you need to search for something, you can search on your own. If you want to go and look and get rid of something on your opponent's deck.
I just love this artwork.
Wow. I mean, it's dead immediately, but
Sure.
You
but
just don't like
even
the
just
bit.
no, because it only works when you quest, honey.
Yeah.
I could see this getting an enchanted.
It's really cool.
It is really cool.
This is probably one of my most favorite scenes in the entire movie.
Yeah,
Mad
so
Watch.
Mad
Mad
Hatter-
Watch is probably my most favorite scene in the entire movie.
Yeah.
So definitely cool. A cool card.
I
Mad
think
Hatter.
it's time for you to
Wait,
get
how
a
do
new
you
watch.
open this?
Mustard?
No.
I think it's time for you to get a new watch. Peanut butter?
Zipper, astute decoy. He is in here, meaning the only rescue ranger.
Wait, I thought he got lost.
Apparently, well, they didn't say that they found him. He's sitting somewhere on some island, right?
Yeah.
That means the
we
only
still have
one
not
left
seen
is
Monterey Jack.
Monterey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Monterey Jack is still missing, just like the Rescue Rangers movie.
Yes.
Zipper, astute decoy. It's a 3-cost inkable sapphire card, 2 strength, 2 willpower. He's got ward. Quests for 2. Special ability, run interference. During your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, another chosen character gains resist +1 until the start of your next turn.
That is deadly.
Yeah, with the ward, that's good.
Just don't flash with him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's okay. You could give him another chosen character. No, so I don't think you can pick him.
No.
So you have to pick someone else. So you can't give him a bunch of resist and quest. But you can give someone else some resist, allow them to quest or damage, run into someone and not take any damage, right? So could be a decent ability. I don't know if it really finds a place in ramp decks because that turn 3 is already pretty crowded.
Yeah.
But it is worth a try if you can do it.
But I could see this in later play, not necessarily in turn 3 play.
Yeah, but
and
if
it's
you're
inkable.
ramping, then you want to be playing something big, right? So
I guess that's true.
it's harder to say.
But it can help give your bigger guys resist
Yeah.
And
to
plus,
make them harder to get rid
and
of.
plus, there's something very better than this to play on turn 3 in ramp decks, and
I know.
everyone knows what this.
I know,
what it is.
I know it, but that's why I'm saying that maybe you don't play this on turn 3. You play this a little bit later. So that way, if you get a Tamatoa out or you get a Bell out, you can help protect it with this.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Up next, Kenga. Nurturing Mother. It's an amber, 3-cost, uninkable rare card. Willpower of 4, strength of 2, quest for 1, special ability, safe and sound. Whenever this character quests, choose another character of yours, and that character can't be challenged until the start of your next turn.
What?
So making it so they kind of protect characters, you can quest with them, then protect them, but they can't be challenged. They can still be removed from whatever ways, but you can use it to protect others from challenging.
No, her name's not Kanga anymore. Her name's Mom Man
Goggly.
I don't know.
Yes.
But
Different language.
a decent like protection card.
Yeah. Because you know what? Because I feel like that's something that Amber doesn't really have a lot of right now.
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird bodyguard type situation.
Yeah,
with
but
it, so it's interesting.
I like it.
Up next is Raya, Kumaridian Rider. 4 cost inkable ruby rare card, 3 strength, 3 willpower, quest for 2, special ability. Come on, let's do this. Once during your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, you may ready another chosen character of yours. They can't quest for the rest of this turn. So here's that one where you're readying your characters.
But they can't quest.
Right, they can't quest, but they can challenge again.
Oh, right.
So, put this into a ramp deck, you have your characters be able to go and challenge or
Yeah.
quest, and then get ready and
Sure.
then challenge. So, or just ready them and be protected from any
Sure.
challenge next turn. So, this seems decent.
Yeah.
So, in a ramp deck, so maybe we'll see something. But there are some other new stuff that's coming out that might be push this out of play. So, up next, we've got Seeking the Half Crown. So, this is Jafar looking for that crown. The 5-cost uninkable amethyst action. For each sorcerer character you have in play, you pay 1 ink less to play this action, and you draw 2 crowns.
Cards.
Cards.
You don't draw crowns.
You don't draw crowns. If you're drawing crowns, you're playing the wrong game. You draw 2 cards. So very similar to Friends on the Other Side, right? Same ability, but you can pay less for it if you have sorcerer characters in play.
But it's uninkable.
Now,
and it's not a song.
So
it's friends you can say.
Why not just play Friends?
Exactly.
Or if you really want to pay more of these. So sorcerers in Amethyst are a ton, right? Because all the Madamins and all the Merlins are all sorcerers.
Sure.
So goats, rabbits, foxes, snakes, those are all sorcerers. Maleficents are sorcerers.
Sure.
And there's a bunch of them in Amethyst. There's a bunch of Jafars in Amethyst.
But if you're playing a Ruby Amethyst deck, you cannot afford to be putting another 5-cost uninkable in there.
No, it wouldn't go in there. No, it wouldn't be in that deck.
So
I don't know what deck this goes in, but I'm not a huge fan of it. But he is searching for the other half of the crown. We've already seen he has the first half.
Yes.
He sees the other half.
So it's important for the lore.
And he's telling his tiny companion, "Fetch me that crown."
It's in the England.
Well, everything outside of all of Lorcana is outside of the Great Luminary.
Mm-hmm.
Up then we have Pete.
Gamblinino.
3-cost inkable. It's a ruby card. Strength of 5, willpower 2, quest for 1. Pretty good stats for something that comes down on turn 3.
Yeah.
Dies to like storm and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
But
but it's a big body.
Yeah. This is
And it
probably
also has the best thing ever.
But see, I can see this, and if you know you're playing steel, then you just ink it.
Yeah.
And if you're not playing steel, then it's a big body to help get rid of something or help get rid of a location.
Yeah. It's another pirate.
Yeah.
So, and then we've got
I
Hot
love it
Gamora
so much.
Leader. This is probably, I think, one of the best cards.
Oh my god.
It's a 7-cost inkable, strength of 6, willpower 5. She's a Floodborn, a hero, a princess, a pirate, a captain. She shifts for 5, quests for 1, special ability gathering forces. When you play this character, you may move any number of your characters to the same location for free. Gain 1 lore for each character you move.
What?
More tapping on the mutton fudge, Malcolm. Now
You're playing.
So now which one do you want to
Not
play?
just like the tap the mutton fudge moving and with finish line. Just think even she fits into Ruby Amethyst because that's where I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, look at the library.
You throw them all in the library. Hell, if you're behind, throw them all in the library. Have her sync be prepared. Wipe out both sides of your characters. Draw a bunch of cards. You still got the library on board.
Oh wow.
Wow. Throw them all into Queen's Castle. Draw a ton your next turn.
Yeah.
Right? It's
and she's a big butt.
Yeah.
And she's inkable. And she's shiftable.
Perfect town.
You can build the deck around.
Wow, and the artwork is superb.
Yeah, it's great artwork.
Oh,
I hope this better be
This better be an enchanted. This is
like
amazing.
It's just
Honestly, I kind of hope this is the set championship card.
That'd be pretty good,
Ugh,
Jan. That'd be
it's-
pretty good.
No, it's gonna be Oswald.
I want a mat of this. Like,
It's
she
gonna be
is
Oswald.
so pretty. I know it's probably gonna be Oswald, but still.
There's a good chance it's Oswald, I think. Yeah, so I think this is a great card. Let's take a look at one more. Because I find this next card is also pretty great.
Oh!
Shot Maui, let's go!
I love it. And it's
Maui.
evasive, Emmett.
Yeah, it's Maui Half Shark, a Ruby Legendary card. It's a 6-cost inkable. It's evasive. It's got Strength
Oh
of
my
7,
God.
Willpower 5, Quest for 1.
You better say that like he does.
2 abilities. Whenever this character challenges another character, you may return an action card from your discard to your hand.
Oh, shoot!
So you're
I don't like that at all. Be
Be
prepared.
prepared. Friends
Don't
on
like
the other
that at all.
side.
No, don't like that at all.
So you're playing. Say you've got it somehow paired with stealing wheels, right? Money in the Devil's Thrones. And then we're not done.
No, not this. I hate this action.
He's got another ability, Wayfinding. Whenever you play an action, gain a lore. So
Wow, and he's huge at a 7'5".
Yeah.
He's even bigger than the other Maui.
Yeah.
Stop.
I personally think the Moana might be a slightly better card.
Yeah.
But
But
this is
he's
pretty
evasive
good.
too.
So if I'm looking at these cards, like, and I'm looking at the current Ruby decks, the Ruby Amethyst and Ruby Sapphire decks, Moana finds a home in Ruby Amethyst, Maui finds a home in Ruby Sapphire.
Yeah.
I think this is a good card that you can play around because you've got so many actions in Ruby Sapphire that you can just replay.
But man, now I want
all the
this
things.
to be an enchanted.
Yeah.
There can be more than one enchanted.
I know.
So at least he'll be a legendary that will have, that special matting on it probably.
Yeah.
To play with. So it's
Wow.
a really cool
So
card.
these two cards, these are the chasers.
Yeah, this is probably one of the big chase
Wow.
ones, and the Oswald are probably going to be the ones that are going to spike the highest
top-
right off the bat.
So the top three in this set was Cuervo, Mufasa, and Naveen. The top three in this set, out of the ones we've seen, is probably going to be Maui, Oswald.
Between legendaries.
Yeah, between legendaries. Maui, Oswald, and
Alright. So we're
whoever.
going to stop there with cards, though,
Because I got to get to my meeting.
because Jen's got to get to her meeting. So let's move on into trivia. We'll go over the rest of the cards from the set. We'll probably all re-release by the time we record next week.
Yeah.
We'll go over those cards next week. The week after that, we'll start talking about what cards you should pick from drafts. So it'll be commons and uncommons. And then I'll see what day of the week it is, but I don't know anymore. And we'll go from there. But before we leave, it's trivia time, so let's
It's
jump right
trivia
in.
time.
All right, first up, what is the name of Mickey Mouse's feisty feathered friend?
Tuppence.
Mickey Mouse's feisty feathered friend is Tuppence. Which of the main five has feathers?
Daisy.
That's feisty. All you do is hear him going the whole time.
Doopy.
Okay,
Toodles.
we don't have time for this.
It's
Malcolm, what's the
Toodle.
answer?
It's Toodle.
All right, I'm gonna have to leave my meeting.
It's
You guys aren't gonna give real
It's
answers.
Donald. It's Donald.
Donald Duck.
Donald Duck is correct. What is the name of the business Rico owns on the beach in the TV series Hannah Montana? It's Rico's Surf Shop. Complete silence. There's no way you're going to get there.
No.
Walt Disney and the older Louis Robinson from the future in Meet the Robinsons share a catchphrase. What is the phrase? Keep moving forward.
Hi.
We do not know Meet the Robinsons.
Yes, keep moving forward.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I would have never have gotten that.
All right, this one is who plays Ebenezer Scrooge in A Christmas Carol from 2009?
Oh, is that
Jailed.
no? Isn't that what's his name? Michael Caine?
Chris Pratt.
That one was Jim Carrey.
Oh, Jim Carrey. Oh, the animated one.
Yeah.
You could have given me a hint that it's the animated one.
I gave
That's
you-
right. I forgot Michael Caine's in the Muppets.
Yeah.
That's right.
It wasn't Chris Pratt.
Okay. At the end of Sleeping Beauty,
Yes.
Princess Aurora and Prince Philip dance off into
Pink
the
and
clouds.
blue.
What two colors does Aurora's dress change to?
Bye.
Chris Pratt.
Blue is the correct answer. We'll bring it over to an end right then and there. Thank you so much for joining us once again. We had fun doing this. Hope you had fun listening and or watching. You can always find a video version of this podcast on YouTube where we do show the cards and our lovely faces, or at least Jen's lovely face. The rest of us are iffy. If you are watching our faces on YouTube and like, yikes, I need something I just only hear, you can find us on all podcast platforms. You can find us on Twitter, on Instagram, wherever you can find your podcast, you can find us. Please rate, like, follow, subscribe. It does help other people to find us. You can email us questions at QuestLoreQuestions@gmail.com. That's been us for this week. We will catch you next week. So long and farewell.
Stick with the Max Track for Lorcana.
Ka-chow.